I'm Amit Grover, the founder of Nurture Talent Academy. Nurture Talent Academy is India's first institute for training of entrepreneurs. We started in January 2010, and since then we have conducted over 190 workshops for aspiring entrepreneurs on subjects including business plan, finance, marketing, starting a business, legal, taxation. We conduct various offline workshops, online programs, webinars, mobile sessions for aspiring entrepreneurs to learn the key skills to start a venture. Over 10,000 students have gone through the workshops of Nurture Talent Academy, and 55 of them have already started and generating revenues. We are pleased to announce today's session, Extraordinary, a step-by-step approach to success. Mr. Atul Magoon, an entrepreneur, consultant, and an author, he's got a great experience to share with us today, and I'm happy to hand over the session to Mr. Atul. It will be about 45 to 60 minute session, wherein for the first few minutes we will listen and understand about Atul's journey and what he has to share for all of us. So Atul, let us start from your side.
Sure. Thank you, Amit. And good morning, everyone. My name is Atul, and so I will be talking about this extraordinary approach and the book I have authored, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have. So to begin with, to give you my background is education. I've did my BTech from IIT Delhi in 2007, and now I am MBA student at Cornell in New York. So it's midnight here, and I'm having a good time. And so for work experience, after graduating from IIT, I joined Deloitte Consulting, and I worked for their strategy and operation group. And then this entrepreneurial bug that bit me, and I had hard time sleeping just doing my regular work. So I decided to found my own business consulting and training company. And also I did a lot of motivational speaking at colleges across Hyderabad, Delhi, and I also spoke with forest forces in Jammu and Kashmir. So it was a great experience overall, and I'm also interested in writing. So I have written many articles for a magazine, and last month I published my book, and this book is called Extraordinary, and there are 5 steps which I proposed in the book that I believe makes a person successful. And just to give you more background about why I started writing this book is because, like most of us, I was interested in becoming successful and achieving the goals I have and dreams I have. And when speaking to a lot of people, that people told me is that your success depends on where you are born. So, but that did not make any sense to me, because if I am born in, say, Delhi, or if I am born in, say, Hyderabad or Bangalore, then everybody born there should be successful. But that is not the case. And then there are a lot of people who say it's depend on the month you are born or the time you are born, and so which is also not the case. Everybody born in February or January is not successful. So there are a lot of things which I came to listen, and I thought that's not how people become successful. And I really got interested in finding the answer that uh, what really makes people successful. And what I realize is that it's people who what they do with themselves is what makes them successful. And it's not just talent, because you will see around yourself that there are many talented people, but they are not able to achieve or get what they want. And you will see that there are people who you might think they are like less intelligent than you or less talented than you, and they might be doing better than you. So talent is also not the answer. So what I found was that there is an answer, and what I came across was that it's a step-by-step approach. So I have proposed this solution. It's called extraordinary. So difference between ordinary and extraordinary is extra. And my reason for coming up with framework was, so if people read this book or if people go out of the session, then there should be something, a key takeaway which they can take with them and apply to improve their life. So so that is the background, and now I jump into the 5 steps, and it's, as you can see on the screen, it's called extra, and E is for envision, X is for action, T is for tireless, R is for risk, and A is achieved through persistence. And now what I will do is I will go step by step through each of these steps. And then step 1 is envision. So successful people, they have a vision, is because you don't stumble upon success. It's not that you get up one morning, you become successful. That doesn't happen. You have to work towards something, and that is what we call a vision. So and how do you know that what is your vision? And people who are students or people who are budding entrepreneurs or who are entrepreneurs. So the question what needs to be asked is, what is my vision? And what problem are you really trying to solve? Like now we are sitting in different parts of the world and talking to each other, and it's so initially it was a problem that people cannot talk to each other. So and this teleconference is a solution. So you have to identify that what problem is being solved. And also it's important to understand that what kind of person you are becoming in the process. Does the whole process of solving that problem is in line with your values and with the talent you have or what you want to do? Like many people, they are passionate about IT, and so they might be looking to solve problem in IT, or that is their expertise, so they might be looking to solve problem in IT. There are many people who are good at numbers, who like finance, so they might be looking to solve problem in finance. So it has to align with your interest as well as what you want to do. And third question, and which is I believe very important, which people often skip, is what is your metrics for success and how do you track progress? I want to touch upon that. And so clearly defining the metrics for success is important, and because then you focus on your vision. And so metrics for success might be how much money you make, or for your startup, how much revenue do you get, and how often do you track it? Do you track your progress after a week or after a month? And if you are not meeting the numbers, what do you do? And I think Amit will be able to validate that. And I have also met many entrepreneurs when they have no metrics for success. They will say, hey, I'm building this website and I really like this idea and I've been working on this for 6 months, but there is like no specific goal or metrics they have developed to track their progress. So I will encourage you to think at this moment is that can you really define the problem what you're trying to solve? And if you can define the problem what you're trying to solve, can you come up with a metrics that will define your success? And to give you example is the problem I was trying to solve is that educating people that they have a lot of potential, which I believe is a challenge that many people don't believe in that, or they don't know how what to do with their talent. So that was the problem I was trying to solve. And my metrics for success is that how many people I can reach out to, or and that is through a conference or through my book or through my blog. And after every month, I check whether this number has gone up and by how much it has gone up. So in whatever you do, there must be a metrics which I believe you can track. So now once you have the vision, then you have the idea of what you want to do, then second step is action is very important. You will find so many people who have the idea who will tell you, oh, I had this great idea, but somebody else worked on the idea and is now very successful, is making a lot of money, but they did not themselves implemented the idea. So the question is, what happened? Why were they not able to implement the idea, and why somebody else was able to implement the idea? And the answer is that many times it's the action. You start taking small steps, and because your vision is not always clear, you start taking small steps, and then things become clear. And it's our best work really happens in when we are in momentum and when we are making progress, because it's easy to sit back and not get into momentum. So the trick is, you like it or not like it, push yourself and get into momentum. And at this point of time, I will ask Amit that if you want to check if somebody has question before we proceed.
Sure.
Or if you want me to slow down or talk about any particular topic in more depth.
Sure. To the audience, I request if you have any questions to Atul, you can please ask them. Atul, in the meanwhile, if you can just showcase the slide about your background and experience about yourself, okay? Because few members have joined right now. Anil, Mahin, Smith, Vikram, all of our audience members, I request you, if you have any questions, you can just raise your hand. That is an icon next to your name. So if you wish, you can raise your hand. Otherwise, you can type down your questions in the chat window or the questions window. Okay, we'll just take a 30-second time for this. Okay. Atul has talked about what are the extraordinary ways of achieving success in your venture, in your career, in your life. So he has envisioned, he has talked about the action part. So let us get some ideas from him about your business, about your venture. If you have any questions you would like to address to Atul, you can speak now, or you can do it at the end of the session. Yes, Atul, I think we can move ahead. Right now there are no queries from the audience. We can move ahead.
Okay, great. And so I was saying that there has to be a vision and getting into action. And Then third step is really tireless. So I've spoken to a lot of people, students, entrepreneurs, businessmen, and now in my MBA, I get a chance to speak to people who are like CEOs of large organization, uh, $20 million company, $20 billion company, and so one myth a lot of people have is that it takes a lot of smart work, and it's people who are you can outsmart your competition. But reality is that it's smart work is the vision you set for yourself. After that, it's a lot of hard work. And successful people, reality is they work harder because you work on your skills, and more you work on your skills, you get better at them. And this is no secret. If you look at yourself, you achieved something in life which you thought was a stretch goal or it was not in the comfort zone, then you really worked hard for it. And if you look around in your organization or if you're a student, that then people who do well and they are hard worker. And I think Amit will validate that. And for my experience was I went to IIT Delhi, and I think in India, if you ask that who goes to IIT, the first thing that will come to mind is people who are intelligent, they go to IIT. But I believe that people who work hard are able to clear the exam. It's not just question of intelligence. It's working hard and staying focused on your goal. And if I even within IIT, people who did better than others, I think they worked harder than others. And you can ask that example to other people you come across in life. And there are many examples for that. We are all a big fan of cricket, and everyone loves Sachin Tendulkar. And if you ask yourself, and if you see in the media, then every player, they will talk that Sachin is the hardest working player in the team. Rahul Dravid, Sachin, Ganguly, they are known for their work ethics. And if also not just in cricket, in other sports, in Nadal, Federer, in tennis, and even in business, if you read biography, if you talk to people, then business people like Warren Buffett, they are one of the hardest working people in their profession. And no doubt they are most successful as well. So the myth that it just takes smart work is not true. Get into action and what you want to do, working. And then fourth step is risk. So once you have your vision, once you have working hard towards it, then there are time when you need to take the risk. And definition of risk is when you expose yourself to a chance of loss or damage. So and the question which we need to ask ourselves is, can you really win if you cannot lose? Is there any game, including business or the entrepreneurial venture you're trying to set up? Is there anything where you can win but you cannot lose? And I have come across so many people who will say, hey, I will not start on this idea, or I will not reach out to a person because what if I fail? What if they reject me? But the reality is the situation will be always when you can win or you can lose. This fear should not stop anyone. The fear of losing, that you don't need to try. And I want to encourage the audience that take a moment to think that what risk have you taken in life? What risk have you taken maybe in past year, in the past month, in past week? And you will be able to get a sense of how much you are uh, how much you are trying to be successful and to achieve your potential, or how much you are holding yourself back. And I say this because especially I'm from typical Indian middle class family, and I have observed there is a hesitation to take risks, to speak up, because what others people will think and how they will react, and what if I lose. So all these hesitation, I believe, they stop people from achieving their potential. And in reality, there are so many things which we can do. There are so many places where we can go enjoy life, but for that we have to step up. And even in your the venture you are trying to start, it's not proven, and you might win, you might not win, but if you don't take the risk, then uh, you will definitely lose. There's no question about that. And the bigger question is that does the security lie in never losing, never reaching out of what you want, or the answer is security really lies in winning. It doesn't lie in never losing. And whatever you do, you will win sometime and you will lose sometime, and that is just part of the game. And I want to stress on this risk part because I have seen this particular section stopping a lot of people from taking action, from taking initiative. And some of the way why we avoid taking risk in work setting are, if you look at your screen, some questions like, how does it matter to me? Why should I try? Why can't I just sit in the corner and be of my own? Or why should I try and speak in a meeting, but other people they will pass a judgment on me, or they will not like me, and they will forget all the good things I do, but they will never forget the mistakes. So why should I speak up? And how does it even matter if I speak up? But I think that is a way of holding potential of a person. That is a short way to mediocrity. If you really want to be successful, then you have to take the risk of standing up to your values or what you want to do, standing up to your startup, going out there and really looking in the eye of the customer or in the eye of the people who you believe that your product will impact positively, and telling them that it will happen, that your product has the potential and it will make a difference. And there is a risk. They might not like it, they might reject it, but you definitely have to do it. And so the final step, step 5, is you achieve through persistence. And on this step, I did a lot of research, and what clearly came out is nobody does it right the first time. Successful people, they fail more than average Joe. And first time you make your speech, it will not be perfect. First time you start your venture, in first 2 months or 6 months, even a year, things will not go the way you want. But really, what separates people is who can success. And I think there are statistics that for an entrepreneur, average entrepreneurs, before they become really successful and really wealthy, they at least fail twice. And so one has to be very strong to handle setbacks, rejection, criticism, because wherever you will go, you are trying to solve a new problem. You are a change agent. And once you are challenging something which exists as a status quo, then you are really challenging beliefs of other people, and they will not like it because that might affect their power, that might affect their business, and they will reject you, they will criticize you. But how do you keep going through all the rejection and setback is what will really make a difference. And the key to this is that the vision you have, the problem you are trying to solve, you really have to believe in that. And when things go wrong, then you have to be emotionally strong to think that I am not just solving a problem for the sake of solving it. There is a meaning. I want to impact somebody's life. I want to change somebody's life, or maybe I want to prove to my near and dear that I can do this. And that will give you the emotional energy that is required and that is necessary to be persistent. And I think on that note, I would like to ask the audience if there are any questions which we can take, and I will be happy to share any further experience. And about the book, I just want to make one more comment that there are a lot of things that being covered in the book, and for this presentation I have kept it very simple. So if somebody goes through the presentation, then they get a sense of what really takes to be successful. And one is really believing that you can change your life by taking personal responsibility. And now it has been proved, it's empirically proved that people, organizations who take personal responsibility, they do better in life rather than those who believe that external events affect their life more than what they can control. And once you have the belief that it's your life and you control it, whatever results you get in life, it's your responsibility, then things begin to happen. And after that, this is the approach. Once you don't know what you want to do, you start with a vision and you identify the problem you are trying to solve. And that might not be very clear, and that's why you get into action without even the clarity. And once you get into action, then things start to make sense, they become clear. And there's a joke which says that the hardest step to become an entrepreneur is to start your venture. Once you start it, then things start rolling. And third step is tireless. It's successful people, they really work hard. And there's no doubt about that. And then you take risk and you achieve through persistence. So that is about the book, and I have got a good response so far. The book is translated into Gujarati and Marathi, and it's published last month.
Okay,
So,
great. Atul,
yeah.
it has been a very helpful short session on the extra ways to achieve success. Could you highlight your journey? You published a book. Could you highlight what were the good things, bad things, and throw some light? There are a lot of budding authors in our audience here who would wish to publish a book someday. What is the step-by-step approach to publishing a book?
Okay, so I think I will share my journey, and first step was to really identify what you want to write about, what you are passionate about, because there are thousands of ideas out there, and what is meaningful for you to write. And second is if you identify what you want to write about, then really get into action. Once I started, then I thought it will only take me 6 months or even less than 6 months and I will be done with my book. But once I started, I realized it would take a long time, and it took me like 1.5 years to write the book and to get a publisher. So get into action, and once I started writing, then I would write a chapter, and after a week when I read that chapter again, I would say it doesn't make any sense, and I will just throw that chapter in the waste basket. So it was a lot of iteration, and it was a lot of hard work, and I was working also that time, so I would work during the day, come back and write during nights and weekends. But honestly, I really enjoyed it because it's to all the authors who are trying, it's a great experience. Uh, it's an open paper. You can write anything. How do you become creative? And you are creative to a degree that it's simple enough for people to understand and appreciate and to relate. So it's challenging. It's a lot of fun, and also I would say it takes a lot of persistence because getting a publisher can be challenging, and especially if it is your first book. And to approach a publisher, if you visit different websites, then they have the mechanism that how you need to write your proposal, and once you send them your proposal and 3 sample chapters, then they will go through the proposal and get back to you. That and once they get back to you, they will ask you for the complete book, and once they like the complete book, then they will go ahead and publish it. And so that is like one typical approach. But people who finish their book, I will recommend that they use their network to reach the publisher, because I think that's the shortcut and it can save a lot of time. Just reaching publisher of your own, you can make mistakes. So it's always good to go through somebody who has experience.
Okay, great, Atul. Another question we like to understand is what are the ways of marketing your book in case you publish it? What are the next steps? Now you talked about the whole process of writing a book, then getting it published. What are the next steps?
So there are two parts, I would say. One is it depends on your publisher a lot. So I got lucky. My book is being published by Penguin, so they have a very good marketing department, and they market a lot on their personal level. So that is one. A publisher can play a big role in marketing. So try to get a good publisher. And second is whichever publisher you get, it's your personal responsibility to market the book. Then use first is use your personal network and tell them your friends, your family members. Second is like in my case, I was blogging. I used to write blog, so there were many people who used to follow the blog, and so I reached out to them that my book has published. And third is social media. Use Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn to market the book. And fourth, I would say there are many blogs which are on different topics. Like so, there are blogs on entrepreneurship, there are blogs on motivation. Depending upon the kind of book you write, target specific blogs. Don't go out there and try to put link of your book on every website, but target the niche area where your book, and find the right audience. And if your book has potential, then further people will start recommending your book to others.
Thanks, Atul. I think these were very pointed answers to the queries I had about the process of publishing a book. I will request the audience members, if you wish, I can unmute you and you can ask any questions to Mr. Atul. Atul is an published author. He's recently published a book on extraordinary ways to achieve success. So he's here to share his experiences and learnings from that. And I hope all of us learned today the 5 skills to be a successful entrepreneur in life. Extra, EXTRA. So Anil, I have unmuted you. Anil, would you Anil, if you have any questions, please. Mahindra, you have been here from the beginning. Would you like to have any queries answered by Atul? Yes, Mahendra. Okay, I request all the audience members, please be ready with your questions. If you have any questions, Prabhu, I have unmuted you. Prabhu, would you like to speak the clients? Okay. Uh, Atul, I have another question to you. What has been
Sure.
your experience in dealing with entrepreneurs, in especially the area of uh, publishing, and how do you see the response from the large publishers or a first-time author compared to say a second time or a well-known name in the industry? What is it that the deciding factor is?
So I would say that large publishers, uh, they are hard to get, but it's good to have them. So the extra effort spent in getting large publisher, I recommend that because one, it gives author the credibility, and second, their marketing department is very strong. So once your book is published, then it's available throughout India at different. It's everywhere. And with small publishing houses, I don't have experience with that, but whatever I know is the advantage is that your book will stay on the shelf for a long time. They will publish the book in very short time. So once they select the book will be out in say 3 months or 6 months, as compared to big publisher who will take year or maybe even 2 year to publish the book. But the challenge with small publisher is that they do not have the reach in the market which big publishers have, and it leaves a lot of work for the author to go out and market the book. So, but there's like in this world of internet and social media, I believe authors can do a lot. And so, long story short is try for a big publisher first. And if you don't get it, don't be disheartened because like Chetan Bhagat, who is most successful author in India, he got 9 rejection letter before he got published, and he was not published by any large publisher. He was published by Rupa, which was a very small publisher then. But now it's Rupa is big, Chetan Bhagat is big. So it's if your book has the content, if you have the desire, and then you can really make it happen.
Okay, great. So, Atul, one more question that our friend Nirmal has is, what are your views on self-publishing? What do you see as the good things or bad things about self-publishing?
So good thing about self-publishing is it will save you a lot of time and hassle of finding a publisher, and it will save a lot of energy. And I think bad thing is if uh, in publishing, to be honest, you will not make a lot of money out of your first book or second book. So most people like they publish because it will give some credibility, and if you self-publish, then there is not much credibility in the market because it gives a signal that no publisher was willing to publish you, and you have to go for self-publishing then. But things are different now. Like I am in US now, things are very different here. The mindset here is that self-publish your book. It's fast. You can control the cover design. You can control everyone, and so I think things will change in India as well. And within 2 years or within 4 years, self-publishing will become like mainstream publishing, and a lot more people will go after self-publishing. So I think these are few good and bad, and I really believe there is like no right answer. Try for big publisher, and if you don't get it, self-publish it. Don't wait for long, because the content you have, the story you have, that will get old, and there is no point of holding the story you have, and you should get it out to audience as quickly as possible.
Okay, great. I hope Nirmal, you got the answer.
Yeah, I am in a seminar.
Okay, great. Nirmal, would you like to speak any of your other questions? Nirmal, I have unmuted. Yes, Nirmal. Okay, I think his mic is not working.
Hello.
Okay, his mic is not working.
Oh,
Atul, can you share your experience as far as negotiations are concerned? Would you be in a better position to negotiate the deal? What kind of deals do first-time entrepreneurs get? How much time does it take? Can you throw some light on that? What are the commercials involved?
for publishing specifically, Amit, or
Yes, yes.
uh, I I don't think there is much scope for negotiation, especially if you're going with the big publisher, and I wouldn't say like with small publishers there is not much scope for negotiation, and somewhere between, I would say, 7.5% of the sales price uh, to 15% is the royalty which publishers get on the selling price of the book. And like the big publishers, they have basic standard, and their royalty percentage is not negotiable. The publisher, I heard they can negotiate, but it will be only 1% up and down, and I will not recommend negotiating for like 1 or 2%. It's better to have good relationship with your publisher and be friend with them, because then they will engage more, then they will put more effort in the marketing, and the whole experience will be a pleasure of working with them, and they're helping you understand how to write better, how to improve. So to answer your question is, royalty rates are between 7.5 to 15% of the selling price, and a negotiation is very hard in publishing.
Okay, great. Great. So Nirmal has got his answer. To other audience members, we are going to spend the next 1 minute. If we don't have any questions, then we like to close this session here. Vivekanand, do you have any queries for Mr. Atul? Okay, great. I think Atul, it has been a very insightful session for all of us to understand the nuances of your journey, how you published the book, how you identified the extraordinary steps to achieve success. Uh, if you can share your contact details with the audience, they will love to stay in touch with you. One last suggestion from your side. Any one thing that you would like to tell all of our audience members who are here?
I would like to thank everyone for showing up and showing the commitment that you are serious about your career and about your life, and that is what I have to say. It's be committed to whatever you do, and do well whatever you do, and rest will fall in place.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Atul. It has been a pleasure hosting you for this webinar. I wish you all the success for your newly launched book. I hope it becomes one of the best sellers of all times, not only in India but across the world. And This is Amit Grover from Natural Talent Academy signing off for the day. Thanks to all our audience members for joining us today. We will be presenting more and more webinars of relevance and benefits for entrepreneurial community. You can join us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/starpreneur. That is a community of entrepreneurs all across the world who are on Facebook with us. You can also buy these webinar recordings through our website on www.naturtalent.com. There are more than 40 sessions of recordings available on our website. So feel free to order something that is of benefit for you. This is Amit Grover, wishing you all the best for your journey ahead. Thanks a lot to Atul again. Great to have you here. Have a great night, Atul, and goodbye to all of you. Thanks.
Thanks, Amit. It's always a pleasure. Thank you. Have a great day.